them say they got really bothered when they go into a black nail technician shop and they got to hear about the birds and the bees and regular conversation because they could interpret what they knew what the black nail technician was saying, and they didn't want to hear it, but they didn't mind hearing another language being spoken in front of them, so they didn't know it, so it didn't bother them. So that's one of the points that was made. Brittany, can you think of another one?
What else did they say? Gossip. You said gossip already.
Okay.
Oh, customer service.
Customer service. They said that the black nail technicians, as far as customer service, wasn't as great as others, and the list went on and on. And so we want to get, and one of the most brilliant ideas that came up was that the black nail techs, they need a nail tech association in which they form their own group and go through the pros and cons of what needs to be done to make their business grow and be whole. And so this is one of the subject matters that we were talking about. And I'll tell you why this subject matter is so important, because we're talking about entrepreneurship. If Brittany go to a black nail technician and get her nails done, then that money is going to spread around the community. You understand? One way or another. But if she goes to a different nail tech, that money is going to go straight out the community. So it's a very deep concern here that we had, and we started on the ground floor because, and I got many comments about this issue over the week. Many people are listening. You can call in now, 216-578-1490 if you want to join in. Do you remember some of the comments?
People said that they didn't want to wait for the black nail technicians. They said there was a wait. I think there was 2 people that called in, and they said the Chinese nail techs, they can just go straight to them.
Oh yeah, they had like walk-ins.
Okay, all right, okay. Is there anything else?
I had an experience that I must tell everyone. Monday, I didn't go to a Chinese nail tech, of course. I went to the Chinese grocery store, and they didn't have what I was looking for, so I went in and walked out. I was in the store for a minute. The lady, now I'm a regular at this store. I go there at least once a week. That's very important. The people know me. They know my face. And this is the second time this has happened. The lady followed me, and she said, "Can I help you with something? Do you need anything? Why did you walk? What's in your bag?" Because I had a bag from another Chinese store. And I said, "No." I said, "Well, why are you following me outside? Did you think I stole something?" And she just walked away and went back in the store and was talking to one of her coworkers. And I walked back in, and I said, "Well, are you going to ask me what I was looking for? Do you have it in the back? You just going to follow me?" Then she acted like she couldn't speak English. So I encountered racism, prejudice, the language barrier, and bad customer service.
All right, so it's a two-way street.
I'm not going there anymore.
All right, so it's a two-way street. That's what you're saying. So we have a tendency to say that in black services we give up all the bad customer service when it's not exactly true, because there's bad customer service on both sides, isn't there?
I've been going there for years, and I'm a regular.
Okay, all right, okay.
Not too many people look like me, so I know they remember me.
All right, okay, all right.
I mean, I'm just being honest.
Okay, so very good. So we're getting to the point here of what need, because before I go to my phone line, they're all lit up. Before I go to my phone line, I want to say that the reason we've started with the nail techs and barbershops and beauty shops, because this is the last line of defense. Listen, if we allow, they've taken over mostly everything else business-wise in our community, small business-wise. So if we allow them to take over the nail tech business, which they practically have, then it will be the beauty shops and the barber shops. And let me give you a prime example of how I know this can happen. Almost 20 years ago, when I was on Page in Euclid, I had the Superfly Barbershop, And I was going to the VA, and I met this guy named Rick. He was a barber, white guy, and he called himself hip and wanted to come cut with me. So I brought him to the shop and to cut with me, and which was fine. Rick could cut hair real good, but black people had no problem getting in Rick's chair. Matter of fact, it wasn't too long. They thought Rick owned the shop. You understand? Because so my point about this whole thing, I'm moving fast, is that listen. Black people as a whole have no problem spending their money with somebody else, even if it's a white mom or whatever, in our neighborhood. So I'm not being prejudiced or nothing. I'm just laying this out. It's our last line of defense. Listen, if we lose, we've almost lost the nail tech business, but if we lose the barbershop and the beauty shop, the black community can forget it. So who's on the phone line? Talk to me.
Hello, Art.
Yes,
Hi.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
This is Genevieve. How are you?
Fine. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm good. I just wanted to add on that note that we need to culturally reappropriate the natural hair, wigs, and makeup, which has been around since the Egyptians. Everyone thinks that that's a Korean construct. It was not the invention of the Koreans, Revlon, Maybelline, L'Oreal. It originated in Africa. You have only to go to the library and look in the books that the Egyptians, they wore wigs, and the Africans all wore makeup. And they used it for different purposes, sometimes for beautification, sometimes for spiritual ceremonies, sometimes for celebratory ceremonies. It's not a European invention, and we need to take control of our markets based upon economy and cultural origins. I mean, the hair care market was created, it emanated from Africa. And so for us to even sit up here and have a discussion on, you know, what they own and you know, how they're controlling it is kind of blindsided. I mean, I don't say that don't discuss it, but they need to discuss it within the context of where that originated from. That's of African origin to do that. So, and everything emanated from Africa, really.
Ma'am, it might have been an African origin, and I can agree with that 100%. But right now, that's not who's making the money.
I understand that, and that's why we need to culturally redirect the market.
All right, so you're saying that in order for us to change this thing around, we must learn more about our culture. Is that what you're telling me?
We need to take control of it based upon where it originated from. It originated from Africa. We need to make up all of that.
Ma'am,
yes.
I understand that clearly, but how do we transcend this into us making the money? Well, all right.
It's a marketing campaign that's necessary. A culturally based marketing campaign. It came from us. We need to take control of that.
Hi, this is Paul.
Paul, talk to me.
Art, you hear me?
Yes, I do, sir.
Okay, I think this talk about taking over and all this kind of thing it might be wrong-headed. I think, there's an opportunity. The other people come in, and the women who do, the black women, Korean women, whatever, they all can get together and learn from each other. Instead of this kind of, walls and takeover and this kind of stuff, people can help each other. The Korean women can work with the black women, learn how to speak English, because
Sir,
I'll tell you what, making a black community, okay, that's good, but we're up against a racist capitalist system. And things, we need to build bridges between people so we can fight the power. This is an opportunity with these women, Korean women, They can all help each other. I think walls and, black business, yes, okay, but, we all can learn from each other, and, there's so much to fight. Fighting against each other because we're all poor.
Sir, here's one thing you don't understand. We didn't build the walls. We're in the community. We share. We didn't build
them by saying
no.
Would be better.
Listen,
because we're all the lower class.
Listen,
we need to be together to fight this thing.
And I agree with that. And I agree with that. However, make no mistake about it. We're not the one that's building the walls. we're the one that just ain't getting no money. All right.
Well,
they
you know,
build
why not work with these women and make some money with them? Why not? You know,
because
why not try something different?
Now,
have a meeting of everybody and see what you can come up with.
Hey, you know what? I like that concept.
Yeah.
Note of that, Brittany. We're gonna move on. Go ahead. You want to say something quickly,
thanks,
brother? Thank you.
But I just find it interesting. We always have to reach out to others when we need help, but other people don't have to reach out to us when we.
Well, but who cares about that? Once you know,
We broke. We care
yeah,
about it,
let's,
sir.
Let's get together. I know those women, the Korean women, would love that.
All right. All right.
Well, maybe you can call in the Korean radio station, tell them to help black people.
Well, you know.
No. I like this concept.
It's positive.
You were on point, but maybe if you know some Korean woman, maybe we can have dialogue with them sometime on the air.
Right.
Okay?
Yeah.
That would be great. Okay?
Okay, Art. I love you, Sean.
I love you more. Who's
All
on the
right.
phone line? Talk to me.